Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, what's my brethren in Montreal, Quebec, Canada? Shout out to Montreal. But this video right here, it's in regards to Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, aka, and we're still gonna call him this on the channel, the Real TBE. Doesn't matter if he took a loss; he still got more wins than anybody in the top 10. But with all that being taken into account, what's being reported on Boxing.com is that Roman Gonzalez, he's trying to get his rematch with Rungvisai, and both parties involved, Roman Gonzalez's team, Rungvisai's team, they both want the rematch to happen, but the timelines seem to be very, very off, and that's going to play a major role into when the fight takes place. So, let me read you what Roman Gonzalez's manager, Carlos Blandon, said in regards to the rematch and the date being up in the air. He said, I quote, "We do not know the exact date, but what is certain is that Roman will be ready for the rematch in the month of July or August. And we know that the Thailand fighter doesn't want to take the fight until September." So that's what he said. And that's very important because there's two things you guys got to note. Number one, the WBC ordered a fight between Quadras and Juan Francisco Estrada, and that winner will get a title shot at the WBC belt, which is currently held by Rungvisai. Now, there's no date for that fight either, but you'd be led to believe that fight's going to take place probably sometime before July-ish, right? July. I think it's safe to say that fight will take place sometime before July, because both of them just fought last month, I believe, and they'll be in line over Roman Gonzalez. And so that's one thing you got to know. The second thing you got to know is that Roman Gonzalez, his team, and the WBC are not on good terms right now. When Roman had that strap at 115, and they ordered Roman to fight Quadras at the convention, he came out very, very blatantly and he said, "Look, I'm not gonna fight him, regardless of if you guys order the fight. I gotta be paid properly." And I think that was fair, because at the time Roman was #1 fighter in boxing, 4 weight class champion, had earned his stripes. So if he wants to get paid a little more, why not? He should get paid a little more. Everybody, you got freaking Peter Quill making out $1.5 million out here, and he's a C-level fighter. So I get where Roman's coming from, but they're not on good terms right now, and I would not be surprised the least bit if Roman doesn't fight Rungvisai this year. It's very possible that happens, because Rungvisai is going to get a voluntary fight. So you're looking at him probably fighting maybe June. I'm going to say June, maybe next month. Around June, he'll probably get his little voluntary defense in Thailand, because he's expressed that that's something he wants to do. Have a nice little homecoming fight as champion for the Thailand fans. So he's going to have his little homecoming fight, and then looking 3 months down the line, September is going to roll around, and he'll probably wind up fighting Quadras or Estrada. I will not be surprised. That's the way it looks. That's what it looks like is going to happen. Now we'll see what happens, man. I hope the rematch happens. I think for Roman Gonzalez, the sooner the better, because when that Quadras Estrada fight happens, he's going to be kind of pushed to the wayside, as they'd say, because those guys are in line for a title shot. So Roman Gonzalez, for the first time in his career, has to be the B-side, and that's going to be very interesting to watch, because this is a guy that, while he's fought the best fighters all the way up through the rankings, but he's never had to be the B-side. He's fought in third world poverty. He's fought out of third world poverty. He's fought in so many countries. He's had to concede in some ways to his promoters, but never as the B-side fighter, because he was always the better guy in the ring. And although I believe he was better ring against Rungvisai, and many other people do as well, he still got the loss on paper, and he'll have to concede to the B-side. And how he handles that, I believe, will either add or take away from his greatness. So we'll see what happens with Roman Gonzalez. I really hope that he does fight Rungvisai. I think if he bites him again, he's going to beat him, because in the first fight, Rungvisai got the knockdown, which, by the way, was from a headbutt. It wasn't from a punch. He led with his head. He hit Roman. Roman was off balance. Then he punched him. So it was really more from a headbutt than anything. And Roman had to overcome a lot of adversity in that fight, and a lot of just unnecessary headbutting from Rungvisai that the ref wasn't really acknowledging. And he still was the better puncher, the more sharper puncher, and at a weight that's not his best. at an older age, you know, still overcame that. I thought he should have won, but the rematch would be good. The first fight was great, so hopefully the rematch is just as good, and we'll see what happens. But I think for him, ideally, you'd want to have this rematch in July before Cuadras and Estrada fight. So you know, good luck to Carlos Blandon and his whole team, and we'll see what happens with Roman Gonzalez. A very interesting time in his career. But let me know what you guys think. Rungvisai, Roman Gonzalez. What do you think about this whole situation? Who do you think? No, I want your guys' opinion. Who do you guys think should get the title shot first? Should it be Roman Gonzalez, getting that respect as a guy who was once at one point in time the number one pound-for-pound fighter in boxing, or you know, should it be the winner of Cuadras, Estrada? Personally, I think it should be Roman Gonzalez because it was a disputed fight. If Rungvisai would have knocked him out, it's a little different. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, I wanted to also add that if Roman does fight Rungvisai and he winds up somehow beating him, which I believe he will if they do fight, if he does get the rematch and he beats him, then that sets up a rematch with either Cuadras or Estrada, which I think is like a win-win for boxing fans. Like, those two fights with Estrada and Cuadras are some of the best fights in all boxing over these last 4 or 5 years. So to get a part 2 would be just amazing, and wherever it's at, as long as it's in America, I'd be there. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.